So the Democrats are refusing to learn on every level. Recently, I've talked about, even Jimmy Dore's talked about the John Ossoff losing in Georgia. And I believe I called him Jeff in the last video, but I know its name is John Ossoff. Lost to Karen Handel by 4 percentage points in a county that Hillary lost, or in a district rather, that Hillary lost by 1.5 percentage points. So he lost even worse. And the Democrats, there's been 4 special elections since Trump got into office, all basically cabinet posts. He called someone into his cabinet and they vacated a position that they had to have a special election for. The Democrats, there's been 4 of them, and the Democrats have lost 4 of them. 4 of them, either by having a nothing campaign, a policy-free campaign like Ossoff had in Georgia, or an actual progressive like in Iowa or Montana, and the Democratic Party doesn't put any money into it. So they just sort of let the progressive kind of flounder, and they're on their own. And so that's been the whole, right, when Trump, we got to resist, we got to retake everything. And the Democratic Party, the DNC and the DCCC won't back actual progressives because they would rather lose to a Republican than get a progressive in there. That's why they've lost 4 times now. So there's some gubernatorial races that are pretty key. One of them is the 2018 one in Illinois. I'm from Chicago. And so the race in Georgia, the special election in Georgia, between both candidates, they spent over $55 million. Ossoff spent actually more money and ran a completely baseless campaign that was just more platitudes and had this crazy ad that was just like a laser going through business buildings, offering nothing. And the thing that the Democratic Party, and there's an article in the Chicago Sun-Times, they have always taken the black vote for granted. And now they're seeing that this is not a foregone conclusion. It was obviously with Obama, and Hillary just took that for granted. And they lost a lot of votes in this Georgia election. So this columnist in the Chicago Sun-Times writes this: Democrats beware, African American voters might take a pass in 2018. And this is what I'll read some excerpts from the article. John Ossoff versus Karen Handel, similar that the 2018 Illinois gubernatorial race will be high-stakes contest that garners national attention. The Georgia election was touted as a powerful lever for Democrats in their fervent attempt to erode the GMP advantage in the 2018 electoral showdown. The seat in the northern suburbs of Atlanta was vacated by Tom Price when Trump named him Health and Human Services Secretary. Newt Gingrich, the former U.S. House Speaker and a Trump ally, held the seat for 2 decades. Democrats pledged to turn the district blue for the first time since the 70s. Resist, resist, resist. And what did they do? He lost by 4 percentage points. So here's what's happening in Illinois. Democratic leaders are pushing gubernatorial hopeful J.D. Pritzker and his billions. The Pritzkers are a very, very wealthy family in Illinois. They have done a lot of development. They are one of the wealthier families. So that's who the Democrats are getting behind. A billionaire, another corporate Democrat, as the best hope to take on Governor Bruce Rauner, who has already dropped $50 million of his own money into his campaign. As Ossoff learned, money doesn't always buy political happiness. The African-American voter is the Democratic Party's most reliable base. Georgia's 6th district, the one Ossoff lost, is about 13% black, and that vote mattered. That's why the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, the DCCC, reportedly spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on ads on black radio and digital media and get out the vote efforts. Ossoff trotted out high-profile endorsements, including a fellow Georgian and civil rights icon, U.S. Rep. John Lewis. Black voters yawned. In Illinois, the black vote is very pivotal in a statewide race. The vote is vanishing. More than 12,000 black residents moved out of the state between 2015 and 2016, according to new census data. African Americans in Illinois don't want endorsements and ads. They want deliverables on jobs, healthcare, public safety, and much more. If they don't get them, why turn out in 2018? Exactly. Rahm Emanuel from Obama's cabinet is the mayor of Chicago. And that city is beleaguered by violence. You've got video. You've got video of that guy with a knife who was just gunned down by 7 or 8 cops. It's unbelievable. They want jobs. And this Illinois gubernatorial race is this is the entire country. Like when Nina Turner said, my people in Ohio or Flint, Michigan don't give a shit about Russia. They want clean water. They want jobs. The black community, we just had Philandro Castles, the cop that killed him, just got acquitted. There's been something like 10, 12 unarmed black men have been killed in the last couple years, and all of those cops have been acquitted. The majority of them have been acquitted. Just on down the line. They, like most Americans, also want jobs. They want single-payer health care, like everyone does. So the Democratic Party, I'll put the link of this article below, just shows, and all the Democratic Party doing is trying to connect Rauner to Trump. That's all they're doing. It's the same thing. This is what you lost the presidency on, was just, we're better than Trump. And now in all these runoff elections, you're just trying to say, this person's a Trumper, he's a Trumper, Trump's bad, Trump's bad, Trump's bad. You offer no policy. You offer nothing. Somebody came into the black community and said, I got a plan for jobs, not lip service, but we're going to fix this community. We're going to fix the gun violence. We're going to start using community policing. We're going to sit down. We're going to spend real money, because they've done some programs in Chicago that have helped the gang violence. But then the federal money runs out and it's gone. And Rahm Emanuel, he's the worst. He's not helping that city at all. And he's an Obama guy. Once again, the Democrats offer nothing, and they keep losing. They keep losing, and they're going to lose because look who they're putting up. They're not putting up a progressive. They're putting up a billionaire. Is this billionaire talking about, I'm going to take my billions of dollars and I'm going to invest it into the community? No, he just wants corporate Democrat money. That's all he wants, is more money and power to get contracts for whatever his business is and kickbacks, and that's how it works. So the Democratic Party, keep doing this stupid plan, keep having baseless politicians and corporate Democrats, and when a real progressive comes along, they squash them and push them aside. We need a real third party. That's what we need. Like and subscribe, you guys. Sharing these videos, those are great ways to support the show for free. Also, the Patreon, you get bonus video every week. I'm dropping the podcast, is currently only available at the $5 and up Patreon level. You get to suggest articles. It's a great way to support the show and independent media, because they're not talking about this shit in the corporate media. That's why you got to come to YouTube. Thanks for watching.